Hey YouTube, it's Kathy. I wanted to give my take on the YouTube videos that I see by naturals. There are a lot of naturals that, they make their videos and they're very informative with the different styles and different products to use in their hair. But then there are some where the message that they want to spread is that relaxers are horrible and, they damage your hair and they seep into your scalp and all this stuff about relaxers. Relaxers aren't bad. It's actually the people that are using the relaxers wrong is what damages the hair. Yes, relaxers do break down, the proteins in your hair, but there are people who have successfully used relaxers and their hair aren't damaged. I realized that, and this is after I became natural, that I was the one damaging my hair with the relaxers. I didn't know how to use it, and I didn't know how to take care of my hair with a relaxer. I didn't like going to the hair salon because every time I went, actually it's kind of like my fault because I didn't do the research needed to find a good stylist. It was just one day I would wake up and say, oh, I'm going to go to the hair salon, and I just sit in a chair. It doesn't work like that. You have to do your research. You have to ask questions. You have to see if that person is a fit for you. And I didn't do that. So the maybe 3 times that I went, I didn't have a good experience. So I decided I'm going to do my hair myself. And I learned a lot doing my hair, but the one thing I didn't really understand was when I was putting in the relaxers, like for example, would say, don't scratch your scalp 3 days before. I mean, I was scratching my scalp with the product in there. So you can imagine what my scalp looked like after I relaxed my hair. Yes, I had a lot of sores. Not only that, I was using the flat iron every day. I would leave the relaxer in longer than the recommended time because, I didn't move that fast, and plus I wanted my hair to be bone straight. It wasn't until I became natural that I realized my problems with the relaxer was that I wasn't using it appropriately. I wasn't using it correctly, so it damaged my hair. So, like I said, I see a lot of videos of naturals, and I understand that you want to educate people who have relaxers, but you don't get them to cross over by saying, oh, you're damaging your hair, you're putting caustic substances in your hair, it's seeping into your scalp. No, just give them the positives about being natural. And just because someone doesn't want to be natural doesn't mean that they're trying to be white or, they're not embracing their blackness. Being natural does not mean you're black. It just means you've made a choice, and this is the way you want to take care of your hair. Some people don't want to have to wear an afro. Some people don't want their hair curly. It could be a preference. So, like I said, there are a lot of people on YouTube that are very informative, which I appreciate because I've learned a lot. But then there's some naturals that, they act like they've never had a relaxer. So how would you feel when you were ignorant about relaxers, when you didn't understand that you were damaging your hair and your scalp? How would you feel if someone came at you saying, oh, you're damaging your hair, you shouldn't be using that chemical and all this other stuff? You'd be defensive as well. So just think about your approach. We don't all have to be natural. There are people who have relaxers that are successful with their relaxers, and their hair is nice and healthy, and they don't have to be natural unless they want to be natural. It was a choice I made. I'm loving the choice because when I did have a relaxer, my hair never grew past my shoulders, but now my hair is down my back. It doesn't mean that it was the relaxer's fault. It was the way I, took care of my hair when I did have a relaxer. So I guess the message, or, the theme of this whole rant is that let's just all get along. If people want to wear relaxers in their hair, who cares? If they want to wear a weave, okay. If they want to wear their hair natural, more power to them. But, this whole you're damaging your hair, you're doing this, I don't think it's necessary, because at the end of the day, that person made their own choice to have a relaxer, to wear a weave, or to be natural.